So what animal am I going to be?
You can do anything you like, because we can just actually get your performance and turn you into anything.
Want to go back when it really all changed for you?
It all started with this meeting at the American Church on Tottenham Court Road. I mean, it's an extraordinary building. It's in the middle of Tottenham Court Road, very, very busy part of town.
Yeah.
You know, life going on outside, but busy shoppers, all that kind of stuff. And you go inside and there's this real serenity in there, and it sort of smells, you know, there's a bit of incense in the air, and it sort of feels a little bit ethereal and a bit strange. And I remember going up the stairs, down this very, very long corridor, and asked to wait. You know, and then the door opened down the end of the corridor, and I sort of tiptoed my way down and walked through, and it was this tiny, tiny little room, and there in the middle of it was Peter and Fran Walsh sitting on a couch. And I sort of knew at that point, you know, I just got a feeling that we're going to be spending a lot of time in each other's company, which is kind of what happened. You know, I do love a challenge, and Pete was offering me this whole other trajectory. You know, should I yet but know it, at that point, you know, it was going to totally transform my life.
Here we are, West London.
Yeah.
You grew up round here, right? Didn't you?
I went to school just up the road. So I mean, when we first started working here, it was very much kind of, oh, that was where I had my first kiss, that's where I had my first fight. So it's weird coming back and, you know, 30 years, 40 years later, being, you know, a new home back in Ealing again.
Ealing Studios obviously has such an amazing heritage.
I know.
Is that what drew you here? I mean, is that why you wanted to come and set up here?
It is ironic that, you know, you've got the oldest consecutively run film studio in the world with actually probably the most up-to-date technology.
Really?
Yeah. After you.
Thank you very much.
So here we are. The most important person at Ealing Studios. This is Lorraine. Oh. If you ever want anything really nice to eat, you have to come here.
Okay.
This is where it all happens.
Fantastic. Well, let's have a look at this technology thing.
Let's see it.
Sitting around here.
Absolutely.
Talk me through it.
Okay. Would you like to try one on?
Yes.
Come on then.
So you went from playing Gollum and playing Kong and playing Caesar in Planet of the Apes movies, but what made you want to just go from being those roles to, you know, setting up your own studio to create them?
This was in 2004. I came back from New Zealand having just played Kong, and I was asked to direct some performance capture for video games, which I'd never done before. And then when it came to shoot it, it was like, well, there isn't really anywhere in the UK that is advanced as Weta in New Zealand, because with that amount of performance capture experience. So I ended up taking the whole crew over to New Zealand, and we shot the game there.
Yeah.
And when I came back, I thought, this is crazy. The cameras are built up in Oxford, and the software's made up in Cambridge. You know, so we need to have a UK-based or a European sort of based performance capture studio. And literally on the day that we got the funding to put this place together, Peter Jackson asked me to go and direct the second unit on The Hobbit, and we shot for 200 days on The Hobbit, the second unit on that. So came back from that a year and a bit later. This place was by now all up and running.
It's been a crazy journey, really.
It's opened up a kind of an entire world of creativity, not least Mowgli, which was then trying to take it to another level with anthropomorphizing, you know, now bears and wolves and tigers, lions and tigers and bears.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir.
To you. I chose to direct Mowgli, you know, because I loved the story and I loved the way it was written and the characters. This movie would live or die on those performances. To take Naomi Harris's face and to take that performance and translate it into that of a wolf requires a great degree of animation. But it's Naomi's performance. It's absolutely, as the same with Peter Mullen, as the same with Benedict Cumberbatch, Christian Bale. When you see Christian Bale's performance, it's phenomenal because every single beat of it is Christian. It was about truthful, emotional performances from Mowgli himself and all the actors playing the animals as if they were truly those beings.
Okay, so we've been talking about the big changes in your life. I suppose the obvious final question must be, what changes next?
We are going back to almost where we started and finally making Animal Farm, which is the project.
At last.
At last. We talked about for so long. We are making it with Netflix, and we will be making that, well, we're in development with it now, and hopefully shooting that at the end of next year.